Start Shooting is a crime novel, as true to that world as I know how to make it. Like all modern tragedies, it's at its heart a good guy, bad guy confrontation. This one's set in a world that I know, where everyone uses everyone and the rules of engagement begin and end at win. Like the homicide guys tell you, always follow the money. From what I've seen, I agree with them. God and Flag are just cover stories. This story's based on fact. Start Shooting is built around two cases. One in Chicago, one in World War II. Those cases, like these, underneath the violence and mayhem, are about people like us. People with hopes and dreams like us, some of which will propel you through the fire and some will burn you to death. The characters, like people I know and some of you may know, bet it all on a future they want and eat what follows. My publisher asked me why I insisted on using real people and real names. It stems from years ago I was on a tour bus with Levon Helm and the band after they closed the show at Memphis in May. And sitting across from me was Miss Anna Lee from the song The Wait. It was like the coolest thing to see that song come to life after I'd listened to it 1,000 times. And so when I decided to write my own 100,000 word versions of Levon's song, I decided on the same inspirations he used to write his. In my case, that those were the people I knew, the places I'd been, the situations I'd seen. And collectively, that's the reader's backstage pass. It's something that's important to me. And I'm hoping that what it does is it lends credibility to the characters telling the story and tends to make the reader believe, regardless of how difficult the material, that what they're saying is in fact the truth. And it is the truth as I see it. Not the empirical truth, but the truth I think I've seen as I've wandered around the planet. I'm asked all the time, what on earth were you thinking? Walk off the grid and bet it all at 49. The chances of success 80-20 against, and if you can fade that and you win, it's for the short money. Why would anybody who isn't medicated do that? And the only answer I have is that it's part therapy, part karma replacement. And an unfortunate, messy curiosity with backstage. Other than that, I can't tell you why I would do it, but I did it. And the payoff, win or lose, is, in my mind, worth it. You get to go where you want to go, live out of a suitcase, do what you want to do, run when you have to, and say what you want to say. And that's probably the most important thing. If you take the money, if you follow this as a business, you're eventually going to be forced to say things and do things that are based on the business. But if you live it small, you can say what you mean and afford the consequences. And we often call that the Peter Pan scholarship. And as tough as that might sound, or unfortunate as that might sound, there's power in that, even if you're eating your meals out of a can.